Hello there. My name is Lindsey Isham, and I wanted to share just for a few minutes about my story and why I chose Rodan and Fields and what it's been doing for my family. I am the wife to JR, and we have three children who are almost 8, 6, and 4. And 2 years ago, I was a stay at home mom who was homeschooling a first grader, a pre K, and trying to wrangle a 2 year old. And I really began praying because I knew that our family had sacrificed a lot to allow me to stay home, especially financially. We were on an incredibly tight budget, and I really wanted a way that I could help my husband contribute financially, so that he would have less stress. And I knew that I needed it to be something that I could work around my family. My family always comes first. And in order to do that, I knew it had to be a very special opportunity. Well, a dear friend of mine presented Rodan and Fields to me, and at first I honestly just laughed it off because, again, I had a very full plate. Life was crazy with small children. I knew nothing about skincare, and I certainly did not know how to run a business. But when she said to me, Lindsay, I'm able to pay my mortgage and our car payment, and I'm still be able to be present with my two boys, it really perked up my ears. And so I began to ask a ton of questions. Was very, very, very skeptical. But ultimately, it came down to me saying, you know what, God, if this is what you have for me to just try and trust you, then I'm willing to do that. So I jumped in with all my might. And 2 years later now, I am so grateful that I did. It was scary. I was getting into uncharted territory that I had no idea what I was doing. But the incredible thing about Rodan and Fields is that they have a system before you to train you with an incredible, incredible support system. I had leaders pouring into me, telling me exactly what I needed to do. And all the while, I had this incredible products that I got to share with everybody that I knew, as well as a business opportunity for other people who, like me, were praying for something extra. So, um, fast forward over a year into the business, I just was amazed at all that God had done, at the people that He had brought into my life, at the team He had grown. And I knew that when my husband began talking about starting a business of his own, that I was going to be able to support him in doing that, support him financially for a change. I would be supporting him instead of everything just being relying on him. And so that was an incredibly huge blessing for me to say, you know what? Go ahead. I've got the bills covered. And ultimately, what has been the most incredible blessing for me personally is to have something of my own, have something to be proud of, have something outside of my children, that I can pour myself into. Because, in all honesty, I had died a little bit into serving everyone else first and not thinking about my own self. And so I've really seen myself come alive. I definitely thrive off of relationships and being able to have adult interaction, reconnecting with old friends, being able to take care of my customers, helping them have skin that they love, standing behind these incredible products. It has just been an incredibly positive experience for me. Now, just to give you a little background on what exactly this company is and the kind of opportunity I'm talking about. So, our doctors are the same doctors that created Proactive. I'm sure if you ever watched an infomercial in the 90s, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But these doctors not only wanted to stop at Proactive, which was wildly successful, the best acne brand in all of the world. They were in every country. But they knew that there was more issues out there with skin other than just teenage acne because they were practicing dermatologists. Still to this day, they practice in San Francisco. And so they went back to the drawing board. They went back to figuring out formulations that were going to be able to help every single skin type and every single skin concern. And they knew ultimately that only less than 5% of people were actually going to the dermatologist's office. So if they could offer just shy of prescription grade products that really worked, they knew it was going to be wildly successful again. And of course, they were right. And not only that, but they are allowing women like myself to be entrepreneurs, to partner with them in sharing this business and these products with everybody that we know. And I am so incredibly thankful that they are doing that because I would have never had an opportunity like this otherwise. This brand is a $1 billion brand, much like Apple, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A. If any of those companies came to you and said, you know what, I'm going to let you have your own virtual franchise of my company, my brand, would you say yes to that? Of course you would. You would be crazy not to. So these are the same incredible entrepreneurs who are, like I said, have built this brand and this company now around entrepreneurs and giving us the time freedom and the financial freedom that we so long for by being our own boss. I do every single thing for my business, most every single thing, from this phone. It all happens on this phone. And like I said, because I'm able to do it around my family's busy schedule and also help my husband launch his own new business as well, it has been an absolutely incredible, incredible fit for my family. Now, I can tell you that this is not just for stay at home moms. There are career women who are just incredibly tired of climbing the corporate ladder or dealing with all the business politics. And they are ready to take charge and have work for themselves instead of for someone else, building someone else's dream. There are also doctors and lawyers and so many other very well respected people out there who are grabbing a hold of this and running with all their might, whether they're trying to pay off their school loans or any other debt that they have, or just simply to have a plan B. We do not know in this economy what is going to come. And so to have all of our eggs in one basket is just not very financially wise. So I encourage you to ask questions about this business. Believe me when I say you do not have to be skeptical. This has not only worked for myself, but thousands of other consultants in Rodin and Fields. And what's really cool is that honestly, we're just getting started. Even though we launched 8 years ago, the last 4 years have seen massive, massive, massive growth. In fact, Rodin and Fields accounts for 97% of the growth in the skincare market, the premium skincare market. And just to give you an idea, for those of you who are numbers people, the skincare market out there is $3.9 billion industry. And they say in the next 3 years, that 3.9 is going to jump all the way up to $130 billion. And I completely believe it because I've seen such growth just in my business, just because we launched one new product back in October. And not only that, but we are about to launch into Australia. We are currently in Canada and the United States, and we have a plan of action to not only launch a new product, but also to launch into a new country every year from here on out. So this is the doctor's legacy brand. That's why they gave it their own last names. They have actually sold off all the rights to Proactive, and this is their baby. And I can tell you without a shadow of doubt, this company is not going to go anywhere. We are going to be here to stay, and I highly encourage you to think about it. Pray about it. Talk to your husband about it. Talk to your wife about it. Really ask yourself this question. Why not? Why not give it a try? What if this could truly change our lives? Or what if I could be a part of helping other people find skin that they love again? What if I could retire myself or even my husband? What if I could go on those family vacations that I can't normally afford with my typical job? I'm telling you that you can do this just like I have. And if you do join Rodin and Fields, you are going to be locking arms with some of the most incredible women that I have ever met. And we are going to be walking alongside you to see that you too can be successful. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions at all, I am happy to be very open with you and real with you and share exactly what it is that we do. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. So have a great day.